Hi everyone, welcome to this video. My name is Marie Theriault. I'm a yoga and Qigong teacher for Atrium Health. And in this video, I'm going to be teaching you about the 5 elements of Chinese medicine and how they are related to our Qigong practice. So the 5 elements are fire, water, earth, wood, and metal. And the 5 elements were existing before humans. So we have fire, such as the sun or lightning. Water, of course, that's a prerequisite for life, so water was here even before we were. And the earth refers to the soil that you can reach down and feel within your hands. So the earth that was here. And wood refers to all the trees, any kind of plant life or vegetation that grows that is related to the wood element. And then the metal element refers to the precious gems and minerals that are found underneath the Earth's surface, in the crust of the Earth. So all our beautiful diamonds and iron and all the beautiful gems that are formed under the surface of the earth. So those are the 5 elements, and for each element they are associated with a different season of the year, with different organs in the body, and also associated with different emotions. For each element there is a high side of the emotion and then a negative aspect. So we call it a virtue when the element is in balance, and then out of balance shows up with a negative emotion. So I'm going to be demonstrating one exercise for each of the elements and explaining a little bit more about each one as we go. So the exercises can range from very easy and simple to much more complex. And so I have chosen some moderate exercises to do in this video, so you'll feel like you'll be getting a good workout. Okay, so we're just going to do a really quick warm-up to get started, and then we'll start with the fire element. Okay. So your toes are going to be pointing forward. You can practice in your sneakers, you can be in bare feet, you can be in socks like me. I like to wear socks because I think it makes it a little easier for people to actually see where my feet are on the floor. You can also do all of the movements that we're going to be practicing today can be modified to be done seated in a chair. But I'm going to be demonstrating standing, so that you can see the full expression of the movement. Okay? So we're going to turn the palms out and just start to circle the breath. Inhaling up, bringing the hands overhead, bending the elbows, and exhaling down. And you can turn your palms in gently, like at a little angle towards the body. And as they get even lower, turn them up. You end up here with your palms facing up, so you can easily come out to the sides and breathe in. And breathe out, lowering the hands, palms angling in towards the body, and then turning up at the bottom. And again, inhaling up, palms are facing up. And then elbows bend, hands begin to lower, exhaling down, palms are kind of angling in towards the body, and then facing up at the bottom. You're gonna, ladies watching this video will put their right hand on the navel. I'll do mirror image, so your right hand will come to rest right beneath the navel, and the left hand will cover up. And for men, it will be opposite. So For men, it's the left hand first and then the right hand covering up. So this area here is an energy center. It's called the lower dantian. We also have a middle dantian here at the heart center and an upper dantian here at the forehead. So three energy centers representing the physical aspects of self here, lower dantian, the emotional aspects of self here at middle dantian, and the intellectual, spiritual aspects of self here at the forehead. So we begin here with palms resting on the navel. Remember, right hand first for ladies, left hand first for men, other hand resting on top of the other palm, palm stacked on the lower dantian. Let's connect in with the breath, inhaling. Exhale with a sigh. Let your shoulders relax. Feel the rootedness of your feet on the ground. Crown of your head moving up towards the sky. Your shoulders are low, loose, and level and relaxed. Take another cleansing breath in. And sigh it all out. Trying to help any tightness that you may have start to soften. And one more breath. Okay, so we're going to get started first with the fire element. Bringing your hands by your side. So fire is associated with the season of summer, and the organs in the body are the heart and the small intestine. So you think of fire is hot, summer is hot, so you can kind of make that connection in your mind, help you remember. Fire element associated with the summertime, and then the heart is like the passion, the fire of the heart, and then the small intestine in the body, sometimes referred to as the fire of digestion, because it is the part of your intestinal tract where the nutrients from the food that you eat are absorbed into the body. Okay, so it all kind of has that connection there, the passion, the fire element, the season of summer. And then emotionally, fire element, or the aspect of the fire element that is within us, is one of joy and happiness and love. And out of balance can show up with anxiety, restlessness, almost like a hyperactivity kind of energy. Okay, so the movement that we are going to learn for the fire element begins with the hands coming up and in to face the chest. Okay, and you're going to shift your weight into your left foot. So you have some options here. You can just step directly forward. If you want to test your balance for a minute, lift your heel and then lift your toes. You don't have to, you can just step forward. But if you want to lift your toes and then step forward, heel, toe. Okay. And then open your arms and bring your weight forward. And then bring your arms in and shift your weight back. Okay, so the inhale, we're trying to open through the heart space, and the exhale, the hands coming back in towards the heart. Breathing in and breathing out. And this can easily be done in a chair. Just opening and closing the arm. So think about your heart center. Opening up. Okay, we'll do a couple more on this side. And then we switch. the name of this movement, white swan spreading its wings. Bring your hands in, turn them to face down, lower, and we'll step back. And then doing this on the other side. The hands are going to come up and face the heart. Notice that my elbows are lower than my wrists. In fact, maybe I'll just stay here so you can see what it looks like from the side. Okay, so this is where you're going to be shifting your weight into the right foot. You can lift your left heel. Optional to just step forward or just lift for a moment and then step forward. Heel, toe, and then open the arms. So the weight shifts back, the hands come in towards the chest, and then you open the arms and feel the expansion in the heart space. I'll turn forward now again. Okay, so this is inhaling and exhaling as the weight shifts back. So there are many different movements for each of the elements. I have just picked out one each for today, so you can start to learn a little bit about them. And then there's also 5 element series where the movements are strung together in a form. And those are very nice as well. Okay, last one. Bring the palms down and step back. Okay, so let's just circle the breath in between each element. Inhaling up, exhaling down, turning the palms in, turning the palms up, and arms out to the side. Okay, so our next element is water. And water is associated with the season of winter. It's also associated with the organs in the body of the kidneys and the bladder. So that's kind of easy to remember too. Water, kidneys, bladder, and just an easy way to remember what water is connected to with our organs. And then emotionally, when we are in good balance with that aspect of water that is within us, we have good wisdom, right? So we are able to have clear thinking, mental acuity. We can make good decisions. Out of balance shows up as fear. So just a lot of fear about anything. And one of the things that we think about when it comes to fear, or that we learn in our Qigong practice, is there really are very few things in life that are truly fearful. Okay? So if you're being chased by a bear, that's pretty scary, right? You have a right to be scared. But oftentimes we just kind of can have this knee-jerk reaction where we get afraid of something that we really shouldn't be. Okay, like, maybe you're afraid of trying something new. Maybe you're afraid of having a conversation with somebody. That is not a truly a reason to be afraid, because that has a negative effect. So try to have more of the wisdom, the clear thinking, and less of the fear, like noticing your thoughts. So our movement for water is called scooping up seawater and releasing it to the sky. We're going to take a step forward with the right foot. And you're going to fold forward a little bit, and as you do, you'll see that you're getting a stretch in your lower back, so your kidneys, and you crisscross the hands and bring them up. Keep the hands crisscrossed, and then uncross them overhead. Okay, so we reach down, we scoop up the water, bring it up, and sprinkle the water over your head, and cooling you off. Or perhaps putting yourself at the beach. You're standing right there at the shore, scooping up the water, sprinkling it overhead. You can fold forward to your comfort level. You can stay up much higher, if that would be better, or start to come down even lower. Your hands are nice and soft, just moving with ease and grace. Imagine bringing that water up and overhead. And this last time, we'll stay upright and just lower the hands down the sides. And we'll move over to the other side. So your left foot will step forward now. And we're going to start scooping up seawater, releasing it to the sky on this side. So we crisscross. Scoop up the water, lift it up over the head, and folding forward. So just having awareness in your own body, folding to a place that feels comfortable for you, whether it's up high, a little, a lot. Inhaling up, exhaling down. We use a lot of visualization in our Qigong practice. So just put yourself at the shore, just reaching down for that water, bringing it up and overhead. And we'll stay upright this time. And just let the hands come down to the sides and step back. Before we move on to earth, we'll circle the breath. Inhaling up. Exhale down. Palms turning in. Palms turning up. Arms out to the sides. Okay, so we're moving on to the earth element. And the earth element is associated with the change between the seasons. So that's happens to be right where we are now as I'm filming this video. We're about a week away from the first day of fall. So our earth element exercises are practiced couple of weeks before to a couple of weeks after the change of each new season. So a couple of weeks before the first day of winter to a couple of weeks after, and then spring and summer and fall. Earth element is associated with transition, and the organs in the body are the stomach, the spleen, and the pancreas. Emotionally, earth element, when it's in good balance, we have a lot of compassion, peace of mind, centeredness. And out of balance shows up as worry, overthinking, over-intellectualizing. And an easy way to remember that is what happens if you're really worried about something. You get a stomach ache, right? You can get a stomach ache from too much worry. So we want to try to let go of so much feelings of worry and just have more compassion for ourselves, more peace, feeling centered. And now I will teach you a movement for the earth element. Okay, so we're going to bring the right foot forward. And your back foot can be on a little bit of an angle. And we're going to start circling to the front. Your right hand can rest on your waist, and your weight shifts forward and your palm leads the way, and then it's going to come down behind you. Okay, so maybe I'll turn this way. So the arm up, and then down behind you. Notice palm is up, weight is forward, and palm comes back, weight shifts back. And now we're going to change direction. As you change direction, your fingers are going to point out to the side and behind you. You can look that way. And then your palm leads the way, coming up. And then down the front. Your palm is facing up, your weight is forward. And then your fingers turn back, your weight is back, palm up. And forward. Up and behind you, down the front. I'm going to turn towards the front now. So this time, as the hand comes up behind you, stop halfway and then bring it around to the front. And you're going to fold your elbow so that your hand faces your forehead. And we're going to start body scanning down. What we're actually doing here is following the inner pathway of the stomach channel. With our hand coming down the leg and off of the second toe, and then around to the other foot, and up the front of the leg, until your hand gets to about the height of the navel, and then we make 3 circles. You can hover over the body, or you can actually bring your hand right to the body as you make your circles. And then we will switch sides. So stepping back, left foot forward this time, and I'll turn to this side. So maybe a little easier to see me, I hope. Okay. So as the palm comes up, the front knee bends and the arm lifts. And then the weight shifts back, and the palm turns down and comes down behind you. We're breathing in and breathing out as you lower. Inhale. And exhale. And now we change direction. So your fingers are going to point away. Your palm is up and come behind you. So when you're looking back, you can see your palm is up. And then you lift your arm up and bring it around to the front. So palm up, fingers back, weight back, arm up, fingers forward, weight forward. Again, inhaling up and exhaling down. So this time the hand only comes up about halfway. I'm going to turn to the front again. And then the elbow bends to bring your hand to your forehead on the left side. So stomach channel, starting on your face and scanning down. Like cleansing through the channel with your hand. You don't have to fold all the way. Okay, so come as close as you can, and then around to your other foot and up. And we'll make 3 circles around the navel here. And then bringing your hand to your waist and step back. And we'll do a cleansing breath, inhaling up, exhaling down. The hands come to rest beside you. Okay, next we have the wood element. And the wood element is associated with the season of spring. So wood, when everything's starting to grow and green and lush in the springtime. The organs in the body are the liver and the gallbladder. And the emotions associated with the wood element, when in good balance, when in good harmony and good health, are those of patience and kindness. Okay? Out of balance, experience anger and frustration, aggravation, jealousy, emotions like that. Okay? And so one thing that's kind of interesting about that is, say, people who have an addiction, a lot of times their liver is affected, and they can be very angry people. Okay? So you can kind of see how when an organ isn't functioning properly in the body, how that can affect us emotionally. All right, so now I'm going to teach you a movement for the wood element. And your feet will come a little bit wider and the palms face each other. And you're going to breathe in like a big balloon opens up between your hands. And then breathe out, bending through your knees and connecting the backs of your hands. Your fingers are pointing down, your knees are bent. And draw your navel in as you rise up to protect your back. Bringing your hands with you, point your fingers in. And then bring the palms to face each other or connected overhead. You can think of this like a treetop. Okay? And then release the hands and bring them back down again. Okay, let's do that again. So inhaling. And exhale, the knees bend, the backs of the hands connect. You're going to inhale, rise up. Your elbows are bending, your fingers are rotating in and coming all the way up and overhead. And exhale, releasing the arms and coming back down the sides. Again, breathe in, expanding the space between the hands. Breathe out, connecting the back of the hands, knees are bent. As you rise up, hugging your belly to protect your back and bring your arms with you. So elbows are bending, fingers rotating in, palms connecting overhead. And exhale, lowering the hands down. Okay, so that was the wood element. And now we have one final element to do, and that is metal. Okay. So metal is associated with the season of autumn in the fall. And the organs in the body that are associated with the metal element are the lungs and the large intestine. Okay. Emotionally, the metal element, when in good balance, we feel hopeful, we have more courage, and out of balance, metal element shows up as like lingering sadness or grief. And so what we say in Chinese medicine is that prolonged feelings of sadness or grief could be from trauma, something that you just have not been able to come to terms with, can show up with like breathing difficulties, lung disease, something going on with your colon, so that we want to try to have less of the sadness. Not that we're not entitled to it, of course we are, but we just don't want to have it linger and just kind of take over. Okay, so trying to bring in more hope and more courage. So I will show you a movement for the metal element now, and it's called dispersing the clouds. Okay. So we'll have the right foot forward, and the palms face each other. Okay? And we begin by lifting the hands up so the weight is forward, and then turning the palms out and shifting the weight back and lowering the arms down. Okay, so palms face and come up, weight is forward, and then palms separate and weight comes back. Okay, inhaling and exhaling. Okay, so now we're going to come up again, and right in front of your eyes, I want you to disperse the clouds. Weight shifts back, and then palms turn forward, weight shifts forward. We're going to bring the palms in towards the chest and clear away or push away, and then open out to the sides. Palms turn in, come in towards your chest, and out in front of you. It's like drawing back a curtain. You see what's on the other side. Bringing the hands in, and in towards the chest. Push out, open, come in towards the chest. And then make loose fists with your hands. Shift your weight forward, bring your arms behind you, so it looks like this. When you inhale, your arms come up, and then you fold your fingers in. When you exhale, you bring your arms back. It's a little bit of a forceful breath from the nose on the exhale. Try that one more time. Okay, and then we would do this on the other side. So left foot forward, coming up, so the weight is forward. Arms separate, weight shifts back, arms lower. Breathe in. Breathe out, lower it down. Inhale up. Exhale, part those clouds. And now we're going to take the hands out a little farther to the side. Chest is opening. Bring the palms in. Bring that good energy in. And clear out what's been heavy. Push it away, all the way out to the sides. And then gather in good energy, bring it to you. And then clear out. So inhaling. Exhaling, breathing in, and then we'll bring the arms behind, breathing out. From this side, we inhale up, exhale forward, forceful breath from the nose. Okay, so we will end our practice here. Inhaling up, exhaling down. I hope you enjoyed learning about the 5 elements. There's really so much more to learn, so I do explain them in my online classes. Okay, so we'll salute each other to end. Your left hand to the front, so you'll look different than me. Look into your right palm, fold your thumb, fold your fingers. Bring your fist into your palm with your fingers facing forward, and bring your hands into your heart. Fold your fingers over your fist and bow. So that is the way that we show respect to each other. Thank you for tuning in and joining me.